Welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. In this video, I'm going to be doing a mini Born Pretty haul. So Born Pretty sent me a few of their products and I'm just going to review them really quick. I'm starting off by unboxing them, and the first thing are these non-stick solid gel. So you can use this to adhere your nails or to do 3D nail art. I'm going to be using it to do 3D nail art. This first one was just the clear, and then this one is like a super pretty aura reflective type of look. It was so pretty. I love this one probably the most because the color is just so pretty and unique, and you'll see once I open it up. It's similar to what's on the label though, but it just kind of is reflective depending on how the light hits it, and it's just super cute. So these were sealed up, of course. I did go in and open them before recording just to make it a little bit easier. But yeah, it was a little warm in the room, so they got a little bit runny, but they're pretty solid. Some of them, depending on how you work with it, it can get a little bit sticky, but off rip it doesn't really have a sticky layer to it, so that's really good. And then this last one is the white color, which I was shocked that the white is still just as thick as the others. Sometimes with white gels, like white poly gel, things like that, the white will be kind of softer, but yeah, this one was still nice and thick, so I really love that. And then they also sent me two of their gel polish colors. So these are the jelly nude colors that I use all the time. I really do love them from Born Pretty. I think they're the best. So yeah, I got two of those colors. I'm not going to swatch them because I'm going to be using both colors for my nail design as my base. So I'm just going to hop right into my nail design. I have these medium length almond full cover nail tips on my nail stand, and I'm going in with the two gel polish colors. I'm putting down this shade first, and this is more of like a neutral nude, and then I'm going to put a more pink nude over top of it, but I'm just going to cure in between each coat. Now that I have my base down, I'm going to jump into my 3D flowers. I'm going to use this silicone tool to kind of carve out my flowers as well as to scoop it out of the containers. So as you can see, I just got a little bit of it. I'm going to roll it in between my fingers to create a ball, and essentially each ball is going to be a petal. So I'm making them a little bit smaller because I want my petals for my flowers to be a little bit smaller. I'm going to put on the screen also some inspo photos. I'm not really sure the names of all of the flowers, to be honest, so I'm just gonna kind of play around with it and just kind of do different nails depending on the inspo that I put up on the screen, just trying to play around with it. But yeah, I'm just gonna roll out all of my petals and set them to the side, and then I'll just use the tool to put it on the nail and just kind of work it into a flower petal shape. I really can't fully explain it, so this video is going to be more of a watch me work. But yeah, let me know what you all think of all of the flowers once I finish up. So for the first flower, the inspo photo said that it was an orchid, so I do know this one for sure. So I'm gonna just try my best to replicate that. I'm putting down 4 of the little balls so that I can shape them into the 4 petals. And then for this one, I'm gonna cure that in the lamp once I have it how I want it, and go back in and do 2 more petals on top. And I found that even once I got to like the second hand, I think the flowers that I like the most are the ones where I did kind of overlap them. So yeah, so definitely have like your little flashy lamp off to the side ready to use, so that way you can do like some of the petals overlapping, but you'll need to cure in between, because of course depending on the temperature in the room and just as you let it sit, the gel isn't that hard to where it's going to stay in place for that long. It will start to loosen up and kind of fall, so you want to make sure you're curing it as soon as you have it how you want it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shape that up, and then once I have the petals wide enough, and sorry, I know this can probably be kind of hard to see just because it is clear, but yeah, once I had it how I wanted it, I cured it in the lamp. And now I'm gonna go in with my gel polish. I decided to do this one purple, so I'm gonna do 2 different shades of purple, and I kind of stuck with that for all of the nails. I tried to do like 2 different colors or just add some kind of color to it, and I feel like of course that made it pop more than it just being clear. So I'm gonna go in and take the darker color, and I'm gonna put that on the outside. I kind of have it where the petals, it kind of curves up on the edges, so they're much thicker at the edge. So I'm just gonna go in and fill that up with some of the dark purple, and then I'll put the lighter purple in the middle. And then you also just want to kind of drag those colors together. Like I'm just gonna drag this color towards the center, so it's like little light lines. And yeah, I think it's super cute. My sister said that it kind of made her think of like blown glass, because it's like clear with just those faint colors that are kind of almost jelly colors. So yeah, I kind of got that vibe too. So just gonna go in and fill that in and cure that in the lamp, and then that's when I'm gonna go back in with 2 more petals on top to give it that orchid look. So I just went in and added a little bit of the dark purple on the outside of those 2 petals at the top, and then a little bit of the light purple on the inside. So I'm gonna just go ahead and cure that and set it to the side, but later on in the video I will add like some little rhinestones to the centers of the nails, just centers of the flowers, so that it just kind of pops a little bit more. This one, I think it's like a hibiscus flower, I think, but either way it has like little freckles on it, like little dots. So I started off with that as my base, and I think for this hand I did the same design on the other hand that I didn't record, but I put way more dots the second time around just so you can fully see it. I feel like with this one you couldn't see it as much, but nonetheless I'm gonna go in and just roll out my balls so that I can make my petals. So I'm just gonna sit that to the side, and then I'll put them on the nail, shape them up, and cure that in the lamp. I really love this flower too, and I think it's because, like I said, I did a few petals and then I would cure it in the lamp and then do the other ones where they're kind of overlapping, and you can definitely see that texture a little bit better in person, but it just makes it pop even more. So for this one, I'm just going to use that same color that I did with the dots and just kind of drag it from the center, just filling in any of those little lines that I made with the molding tool. And yeah, I think this is so pretty. Like, this one I think is probably the most realistic flower that I did out of all of the set. For one of my inspo photos, they had like an airbrush nail with the flower on top. I didn't feel like using the airbrush machine. I just feel like sometimes it's too much. So I just put down some base coat gel and I'm putting a little dot of this color in the center, and I'm just going to let that sit for a little while I work on another nail. So for the white, I only did one white flower on this hand, and I'm going to use it on the pinky, and I'm just rolling out the balls. And I went in and made these pretty small because obviously the pinky is small, and I didn't want it to go over the sides of the nails too much. So I'm just going to roll out some tiny little petals, and then I'll just make a little basic flower with it. For this one, I definitely wanted the petals to overlap, so I'm just doing one at a time. I'm just kind of pressing down in the center and just pulling the edges downwards into the middle of the nail, just so that it kind of smooths out and it's more flat in the center. And then I'm going to go in and flash cure that really quick. Had to grab my flashy lamp, and then I'll go in and do another petal where it kind of overlaps on that one, so it gives it like a nice raised texture. I absolutely love the detail on this one. Like, it had so many little lines in it from me pulling it towards the center. So I'm going to just go in and fill that in with some of this dark blue, and I thought this was so pretty with the white. So I'm gonna go in with this super pretty gel on the thumb over my botched airbrush look. It didn't really spread out that much. If I would have used the thinner base coat, it would have been better. And then of course, if you have like blooming gel, that would have been even better to use. But I'm gonna go ahead and do all of these at the same time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and roll out my balls, and I decided to do it where the two larger balls are the top and bottom, and then I do smaller ones on the side. That way it doesn't go over the side or anything, but then the two ones at the top and bottom are just like nice and big. So just put a line in the center, and and then I'm just kind of spreading it out from side to side. Once I have all of them how I want it, I am going to pull it inwards a little bit more, as you can see, just so that it kind of smooths out in the center and isn't too bulky. And I feel like, of course, it makes it look more like a natural flower. And once I put that over it, I felt like, again, you couldn't really see the color underneath. So yeah, this one, I saw a video where a girl was like molding it in her hand, like pointed the ends and stuff to make like a longer, more pointy petal, but I really couldn't do that. I don't know if it was because it was too warm, but the gel just began to get kind of sticky on me, so really wasn't able to shape it out exactly how I wanted it, but I just played around with it. This flower definitely, which I think I'm gonna actually change this one. I don't know if this is the same gel that I ended up using. Let me see. Yeah, I ended up like moving it towards the center and doing something else, but this flower completely made up. I don't know if there's even a flower that exists that actually looks like this, so I was just playing around with it. But yeah, gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll cure it in the lamp. I felt like one of the nails at least needed to have a little bit of green on it, so I decided to do that on this one. I have this one little petal that's like sticking up at the top, and I wish I knew the names of flowers. I'm gonna try to look it up, and if I find it, I'll insert a picture. But it's a flower where it has like the little green little pieces sticking up in the center with like a little yellow, or it may not even only just be yellow, I think it's different colors, will be on the very end, and then the petals are like blooming around it. So yeah, I'm gonna try to find a picture, but I don't know, I just went in and painted it with different colors, but I knew I just wanted to add a little bit of green to it. Now I'm going to go in and add some center to my flowers. I decided to only do that on 3 of them, and I used just a little bit of nail rhinestone gel in the center just to adhere it. So I already put that on. I'm going to do the thumb, middle, and ring finger. For the middle, I decided to do 3 of these tiny little pearls. I just thought it looked so cute, so I put that on and went ahead and cured it. And then I'm going to do 1 in the center of the thumb and 1 in the center of the ring finger. Now that the set is complete, I'm just going to go in and top coat the nails, and I'm not trying to go in with too much top coat. You don't want to flood over the flowers or it'll take away the texture. So I just tried to go in as light as I could with the top coat, and then I cured that in the lamp. So this is the finished product. I went ahead and did the other hand off camera. Now what I can say, the middle finger on the other hand that I did off camera, the one with the white flower with the yellow and purple, is probably my favorite. I wish I would have included it in the video, but honestly it was the same technique that I used on the middle finger on the other hand. The same kind of like put down 4 and then just add 2 more flowers on, 2 more petals on top. But I feel like the way I painted it definitely makes it pop. Let me know what y'all think. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.